Hey, I just thought I'd record a podcast, not report a podcast. Yeah. So I was just thinking I might do a sequel to that last podcast I was doing, and thought I'd get to doing it. Might as well. I don't have any water. Don't want to walk downstairs. Speaking of water, that's the theme of today's podcast.
Oh, ride that mark.
That was Ragma by Bob Crosby and the Bobcats. I hope... Ooh, I just heard the floor settling. I thought somebody was coming towards my room. Ooh, spooky. Anyway, on to the theme of this podcast. Water, as a sequel to my last one. Okay, story. Okay, this is a kind of dumb one. I don't think anybody's gonna laugh at this, but hey, it's 1 a.m. What else do I have to do? Sleep? What sleep? It's summertime, baby. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So, hold on. Okay, I just heard something. It was just my brother. So, as most we know, 4-year-olds are not the smartest of all of our humans. Look up a lot of instant fails, instant karma, fail compilation videos. You'll see a lot of 4-year-olds being stupid. Being a former child as myself, everybody has been a 4-year-old, except for Annie Back's child. They don't go past 5. Children. I don't know why I said child. But you get it. So, as a 4-year-old, I was dumb. So, one day I really wanted attention from my dad, you see. So I grabbed a cup of water. Well, I grabbed a cup, the thickest cup we had. I filled it up with water in the bathroom. I went into the kitchen while my dad was cooking and poured it on myself. And then I started crying. And my dad started recording me. He was all, so little Daniel here wants some attention. And he just continued to, sort of chuckle and laugh at me. And I'm just continually whimpering and crying in the background because I'm a little dumb idiot. Well, food came. I didn't remember it until couple months ago when he sent it to me, and now it's seared into the back of my head forever. Gotta think of some more stories now. Okay. Now I need to keep thinking. Give me a moment, wouldn't you? In fact, during that moment, let me give you a good old songy song. Ooh, looks like there's something wrong with my mic anyway. Gotta fix that. I'm not looking for my drafts. I'm looking for my music. Now personally, on a little tangent, this song has always been a sign of bad luck for me. If I heard the opening, the entire song, or any single fragment of it, I would always have bad luck. Something bad would happen to me. And here's that song.
Don't know how it is you looked at me and saw the person that I could be. Awakening my heart, breaking through the dark. Suddenly your grace, like sunlight burning at midnight, making my life something so beautiful, beautiful. Mercy reaching to save me. All that I need, you are so beautiful, beautiful. Now there's a joy inside I can't contain, but
Alright, listen here, Mrs. Pastelli, the person who made that stupid song. I'm gonna have bad luck for the rest of tonight or tomorrow. Technically today, because it's 1 in the morning, whatever. I'm gonna have bad luck now. I kind of jinxed myself on that, but okay, I have a story. My mind could be playing tricks on me, but hey, free karma. Okay, so one day, my pops, me, and my bro, we all went to the pool. And me being the skilled, good person I am, actually made the swim test very easily, because swim tests now for an 11-year-old are incredibly peaceful and simple. I passed it, no problem. Nothing happens there, but the story gets juicy here. So I did the swim test to get into the deep end, and because, well, you know, I wanted to go on the water slide. So I was going on it, and I saw a kid a little bit on the barrier near the slide. I'm like, oh well, I'm sure he'll hear me or, see me atop here. But by the time I came down, I almost drop-kicked him in the face from out of a water slide, because guess what? He was in the barrier. So, guess what happened to me? I almost drop-kicked him, and I didn't even touch him, but I was so close to knocking his nose off his face with my ankle. I barely noticed until he was just kind of drifting there with shock on his face. I got out of the pool and like, yo, you good? That was kind of your fault. And then his mom came along. She wasn't very confrontational, but she wasn't very helpful. She was like, oh, my little boy is all fine. Don't worry about it. I'll just tell him to get out of there. He tried to go down the slide without doing the swim test. He wasn't even allowed to go in the deep end. Yeah, that was an odd day, but I still had fun the rest of my time. He didn't go back in there because the lifeguard sort of told him off, I guess. But yeah, I continued going down the slide, then we went home and got some Taco Bell, took a shower to get all the chemicals out of me here. Yeah, that's a story, even though it's probably not true because my brain is all jumbled at this moment. Yeah, that's that. Well, for once I have a piece of reading material near me, which is nice, so, I'm going to read it to y'all. I survived the attack of the Grizzlies, 1967. Of course, it's 1967. Besides being in quarantine, everything's very eventful these days. You said it sarcastically. Anyway. Chapator. I don't know why I said it like that. There is a grar here that I'm not even going to try to imitate, so I'm just gonna go roar. Roar. The enormous grizzly roared with rage. Its dripping jaws were open wide. Its dagger claws gleamed, and Melody Vega was running for her life. Mel had no doubt that this bear wanted to kill her. Just moments before, Mel had been sitting in the peaceful darkness, surrounded by the magical wilderness of Glacier National Park. Owls hooted, night bugs shimmered, but then there were new sounds that made Mel's blood turn to ice. Massive paws crunching across the ground, wet, wheezing breaths, low thundering growls. Mel looked into the distance, and there it was, the grizzly. Its silver-brown fur glittered in the moonlight. Mel's body filled with panic, and before she could stop herself, she was running as fast as she could. Within seconds, the bear was after her, its paws crashing against the ground. Mel's heart pounded with terror as she sprinted toward a pine tree. It was small and thin, but it was her only hope for staying alive. She prayed that this grizzly didn't climb trees. The bear was just one leap away when Mel launched herself into the tree. She gripped a low branch, kicked her legs up, and swung them around, but before she could start climbing, the bear was standing on its hind legs. It swiped at Mel with a giant paw, and the claws tore through the flesh of her leg. Somehow, Mel ignored the searing pain, the dripping blood. She clutched the branches with her trembling hands, pulling herself higher and higher out of the bear's stabbing reach. But the grizzly wouldn't give up. It pounded the tree trunk, ripped away at branches, and bellowed with fury. Roar. The spindly tree shook, and... No, it's not. That's not an and. That's an as. As though it was terrified as Mel. And then, crack. The branch in Mel's hands broke off. She tipped back. Time seemed to slow down as she tumbled through the air, twisting and turning and screaming for help. Down, down, down she fell. Mel braced herself for the crushing jaws and ripping claws. No grizzly had ever killed a human in Glacier National Park until tonight. That's the end of Chapter 1. I'm too lazy to read the rest of Chapter 2, so we can do that in the next podcast. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've recorded. I've just been busy with schoolwork and all, and I'm very lazy. Video games are my friend. They've been with me through many harsh times. Oh, I'm sorry if I just smacked the mic. Yeah, so I have this little magnet. It's like a mega magnet, but it's little. It's kind of bullet-shaped. You can use it to pretty much stick to anything. I'm pretty sure there's another magnet that's supposed to go with it. Yeah. Oh, shoopity-doo-doo-doo. We're down to like 50 seconds. I'll tell you about the magnet and stuff later. But for now, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to any of my YouTube, Anchor, Spreaker, Spotify, and maybe TikTok fans that actually decided to look for my account if I actually lured any in here. Yes, they are out there. Hello, goodbye. This is the end. See you later. Good morning, good night, my dudes and dudettes, place to place. See ya. Note to my fellow TikTokers out there, or my YouTubers, there is somebody going around on TikTok advertising a fake account and a fake website. They're trying to either inject you with a virus or scam you. Do not follow it. Do not go to techhack.com. Peace.